Hi everybody, let's talk about involuntary migration. Basically, forced migration is when migrants have no choice but to migrate. There are three types of involuntary migrants. Number one is internally displaced persons or IDPs. Basically, they are forced to leave their homes for safety but remain within the same country. So for example, a villager, because of some issue which I'll explain later, they're forced to leave their village to the capital city of the same country. They remain within the same country, but because they've been forced out of their home, of the source of their origin, they are internally displaced persons. For asylum seekers, they are forced to flee their country to another safe one, so they've moved to another country, but they are not allowed to stay there because they have to prove the risk of persecution and wait for their asylum to be approved. So they are in a completely new foreign country and are not allowed to stay there until they have proven that. Refugees are the next step after asylum seekers, where same reason they are forced to flee the country to another safe one, but they have proven the risk of persecution and their asylum has been approved, therefore they are allowed to stay in the country. As for the causes of involuntary migration, there are a bunch here with some examples, but you can think of other examples that you might know of and you can remember better. First one is armed conflict during civil war. People are at risk of getting shot, so they might have to migrate. They are forced out of some areas. Natural disasters, Hurricane Katrina, again, life is at risk. Persecution, the Rohingya people are getting persecuted in Myanmar, so they want to migrate out to get a better life. Environmental degradation, the Aral Sea has lost a lot of its surface area, so the seabed is getting, there's a lot of dust in the seabed. It's salty, there's some chemicals in there because of the pollution. A lot of the winds blow that over onto the farmland. That leads to depleting food supplies. It's the fishes for the Aral Sea and also the nearby farmland. So you don't have food, you have to migrate away. Environmental catastrophes such as Chernobyl, nuclear meltdown, and economic development, stuff such as infrastructure projects like roads, they take up a lot of space. For governments, they might issue compulsory purchase orders or eminent domain, and therefore you're forced out of an area. And also climate change. Climate change can be a bunch of things such as flooding, droughts, diseases perhaps, and that forces you away. So that sums up involuntary migration. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.